What is up, YouTube? This is that PlayStation Gamer. Today, we're going to talk about the Barbie movie. Fucking course, we're not talking about that movie. I'm not going to go see that because it's not for me. But you know what we are going to talk about? We're going to talk about the return of one of my favorite TV shows growing up and still one of my favorite TV shows as an adult, Futurama. If you guys don't know, Futurama has returned to, well, being alive. And outside of like some controversy, apparently John DiMaggio maybe not returning as Bender. He did actually. Yeah, it sounded like the production went pretty well. I love this first episode mostly because of the self-awareness. Like this is like if you thought Futurama was like self-aware before, this is like self-awareness at a 10, at a 20. Because like they know exactly where to pick off. They literally pick off right at the end of the Comedy Central era. And I like the fact that they actually address it. I like the fact that they address that Fry has actually probably spent more time in the future than he did in his own, original timeline, the 2000s timeline. It's kind of crazy to think, yeah, Fry has been in the future for a very long time, and he's been more successful in the future than he ever was in his real life. The 2000s, he was a pizza boy before. Now he's got a hot ass girlfriend voiced by a very talented woman named. I always just call her Peg Bundy because that's whenever I hear her voice, that's like the first voice that comes to my mind of hers, like Peg Bundy and Leela. He's way more successful in the future. I love the fact that they make fun of binge culture here. Now, well, if we're all being honest here, we're all guilty of binge culture, right? Like we're guilty of finding that TV show. We just turn on the background while we're working on some kind of YouTube video, or we just watch constantly and don't even really care what we're watching. Futurama actually addresses this like straightforward, like, yeah, it might be cool to binge a whole show at once, but the writers can't do that. The writers need breaks. The poor writers. I actually like how they made fun of it, basically by using All My Circuits as like an allegory for Futurama. I even like how there was this fucking incredible joke where Bender says, "What kind of TV show can be canceled 4 times by 4 different freaking networks and still have a fan base?" I was like, "Yo, Bender, you're in a show." I love this. The self awareness is just 100% on brand with Futurama. I like how Leela and Fry are actually an item so far from what we can tell in this season. Like they actually are being a couple. Leela's trying to be encouraging of Fry's, ambition, even though his ambition is to just sit on TV and watch every TV show ever made, which is like you'd think that'd be impossible, but with the fourth most popular streaming service, Hulu, he could somehow do it. Just again, I love the humor. It's like they never missed a step. And I do like how at the end of the episode, Fry says, if a TV show is going to be rebooted, it needs to be rebooted with a purpose. It needs to be rebooted as still at that same quality people grew up with. And it's so ironic that Futurama of all shows telling us about this because, yeah, again, the show's been rebooted so many times. But also, Hulu is now rebooting King of the Hill. Mike Judge just recently, not long ago, revived Beavis and Butthead. And that's actually been pretty damn good. It's kind of crazy, like, in a world where reboot shows have been a thing, and there are a lot of them. The ones that actually seem to get it down are the ones that took the longest to do it. Meanwhile, you get shows like Velma, where it's like, it's a reboot Scooby-Doo series, and everyone fucking hated it. And, He-Man's and Masters in the Universe, that fucking got rebooted, and everyone hated that. I like how the writers are aware that, like, if we're doing this, it's because we want to do it. It's not because of profits. It's not because, some big network came to us with a big ass cash check and it was like, here, do Futurama. It's like, no, we actually want to do it. So, yeah, I'm very happy about that. And so far, at least the first episode of this new season, it's Futurama. It's the same it's always been. I know down the road they're going to get into like some political stuff. I know some people aren't going to like it, mostly dealing with like COVID and shit, but it's like, let's be honest here, it'd be weird if Futurama didn't address COVID, especially in the fact they're in the future. It would be so weird. And I imagine this is something the writers wrote years ago when COVID was first happening. Like, this is a huge thing that's happening right now. We gotta talk about, or at least poke fun of it, because you know what? God damn it, that's what Futurama has always been. Futurama has never been afraid to make some kind of joke about stuff that's happened in our current timeline. I get it. The fact they have Nixon still be a regular character at the end of this episode, it's like, they're going to go with it. They're just going to keep the same energy they've had for a long time. They're going to be a little political savvy, but at the same time, I think that's always been on brand for Futurama. So, yeah, I'm excited to see more episodes, and they will be coming out on Mondays on Hulu. So make sure to check out the fourth best streaming service out there. And until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer sign out telling you, man, this makes me actually want to go back and watch some of the older episodes. The animation also still pretty damn good. Although it definitely looked a little different, but like in a more shinier way. But it's whatever. Until next time, peace out, have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and on YouTube, I run BS.